A family in Kawagawa City, Saitama Prefecture, a husband, a wife and their adorable son, bought a piece of land for a ridiculously low price. This land, only 21 square meters, sold for 4 million yen, less than 200,000 renminbi. So cheap it is hard to believe, about half the local average. Even the TV host could not help wondering, is it on a steep slope? The husband said no, it was not a former cemetery either. He said it was not that kind of situation. This buildable lot is about a 15-minute walk from Kawagawa Station. The host kept walking and kept wondering why it was so cheap. Then the husband suddenly told him to stop, and pointed out without warning that this was it. The host blurted out, "Wait, this is just a passageway." Turns out the lot Mr. Zuri bought was only 4 meters wide, right next to a major road. You could call it land, but it looks more like part of an intersection. 4 million yen for a walkway. The host could only gasp. One person had the nerve to sell it and another had the nerve to buy it. The Zuri family are regular office workers. Right now they rent a 3-bedroom 2-living-room apartment for 65,000 yen a month. After their child was born, they decided to build a home of their own. So the husband started looking for land. One day, he happened to see it listed as the cheapest land in Kawagawa, a lot priced at 4 million yen. He rushed to a real estate agent to see if it was for real. On the flyer it looked like a normal lot, but on site it was basically a crosswalk corner. The couple both wondered, can you actually build a house here? They had never seen a lot this long and skinny, with an area of only 21 square meters, with a 60% building coverage limit. The maximum building footprint is 12 square meters. With a 200% floor area ratio it can go up to 3 stories. There are neighbors on both the north and south sides, so daylight needed some clever planning. The usable depth is 18 meters, but the width is only 4 meters. Barely enough for a small van to squeeze in. The widest the house could be was just 2.7 meters, narrower than a train car. It feels like even stretching your arms out would be tough, and if the couple argued they would have to find an angle to pass each other. Even so, they were still excited. The husband wanted to make the most of the long depth. The wife wanted a kitchen where she could cook and keep an eye on their little one at the same time. With no yard, they planned to hang laundry on the rooftop, so it would stay out of view. The husband also had a special hobby. He had been into DJing since high school, but their apartment had thin walls, so they got noise complaints all the time. That is why in the new house, he wanted a music room where he could play, without worrying about being chewed out. This narrow slice of land was carrying a whole lot of dreams. The person helping make them happen was architect Masato Ashino. He is known for turning tough lots into comfortable living space. For this ultra-narrow site, his plan was a house with a 10 square meter footprint and about 30 square meters of total floor area. A slim 3-story wooden home, 9 meters tall and only 2.7 meters wide, designed to feel genuinely comfortable. In January, construction finally began. First, they leveled the site with an excavator, with a work area only 4 meters wide. One wrong move could hit the house next door, so the crew had to stay laser focused. They dug down about 1.4 meters, under roughly half the footprint, to create a half basement. Then came the rebar work for the foundation. As 2 workers carried rebar, they joked, "This place is so small, one person could tie it all." The worker moved his hands like magic. He laughed and said, "This is how I make a living. If I do not move fast, I do not eat." Once the rebar was set, they poured concrete, and the foundation was finally done. On the day the frame went up, lumber was delivered into the tight site. Heavy metal hardware sticking up from the base linked the anchor bolts set in the concrete to the posts. Then everything was bolted, so the posts and foundation locked together. In many spots they also added special longwood members. Because the house is only 2.7 meters wide, it needed serious earthquake and wind resistance. Normally you would